It's another Catholic Kernel of Truth on TruthPop.
You might wonder how the Eucharist tastes like bread and wine, but it is truly Jesus present. Hey, it's Kathy, and here's another Catholic Kernel of Truth. Jesus said, "I am the living bread that came down from heaven. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life and abides in me, and I in him." The Catechism of the Catholic Church states the Eucharist is the source and summit of the Christian life. The Eucharist is oriented towards all the other sacraments. This means that the Eucharist must be the center of our faith because it is Jesus himself. The word Eucharist comes from the Greek word Eucharistesas, which means given thanks. Jesus instituted the Eucharist when he took bread and had given thanks. He broke it and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And likewise with the cup after supper, saying, "This cup, which is poured out for you, is the new covenant in my blood." We celebrate the Eucharist in the Mass, in which ordained priests consecrate the bread and wine. The elements remain the same, but they are substantially changed into Christ, body, blood, soul, and divinity. This is called transubstantiation. Jesus is fully present under the appearance of bread and wine. Receiving the Eucharist is called Holy Communion because you are in communion with Christ and with the Church. Because Jesus is truly present with the sacrament of the Eucharist, the Church honors him with the practice of adoration when the Eucharist is exposed in a monstrance, and you can go and pray before him. If you struggle to believe that Jesus is truly present in the Eucharist, take these concerns to him as you sit in front of him in the Eucharist. Ask him to deepen your belief and trust in him. He has come to give you life, and through the Eucharist, you will find this abundant life. The disciples themselves even said, "This teaching is hard. Who could accept it?" But let us be like St. Peter and say, "To whom shall we go, Lord? You have the words of eternal life."